Yeah, hey Dave. Hope all is well. This video is just to show you how to do the chord inversions we were talking about. We started off with C and we're doing these inversions on the first three strings. So C chord, the lowest inversion we could do would be down here in the first position. We're going to start from low and then work our way up high. First of all, three notes in the C chord are C, E, G. So we can stack those in any sequence or any order. We can go C, E, G, we can go E, G, C, G, C, E, however. So I am going to start out here in the first position with the third string open, that's G, putting my first finger on the second string, first fret, that's a C note, and then the first string open is E, so striking three notes together, you have G, C, E, that's the second inversion, with a G on the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to move that up. Each note in this chord will move up to the next note in the chord. In other words, the note on the third string is G. It's going to move up to the C note. So here's G. We go up to C on the third string. That's the fifth fret, third string, fifth fret. And then the C note will move up to E, which is the fifth string on, second string, fifth fret. So we have third string C, fifth fret. Second string E is the fifth fret. And then the E note on the first string is going to move up to the G on the first string. So we have three notes here. We have C, E, G. We started out with G, C, E. We move up to C, E, G. And then the next three, this by the way is root position because the root is the lowest note. First one was second inversion. The fifth was the lowest note, the G note. C. Now we're going to move up to first inversion where the E is the lowest note. This is E, this is G, 8th fret, and C, 8th fret. E is the 9th fret, by the way, so it's the 9th fret on the third string, second string, 8th fret, first string, 8th fret. So we have three inversions here. We have second inversion, we have root position, and we have first inversion. Now, if we wanted to go up to up from here, we go up to the 12th fret. Looks like a D chord up here. This is back to second inversion again. So we have, starting from the third fret, C, E, G, that's root position. Go up to the 8th and 9th frets, that's first inversion. Going up to the 12th and 13th frets, that's second inversion. Well, this down an octave is where we started. That's second inversion as well. So we have three notes, so there's three possibilities, three different ways to rearrange these chords. Okay, so that's in the key of C. Now we're going to use a circle of fifths, so actually circle of fourths. You go up four from C and you land on F. And the easy way to do this to help you remember what is the next note, well, play C on the sixth string, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, B right here, E, A, D, G, C, and then we're starting all over again. So that's kind of a slick way to help you know what note is next if you're going up fourths. Up a fourth, up a fourth, up a fourth. Okay, so anyway, getting back to where we're at, here's a C triad, C, root position, first inversion, second inversion. Now in F, I'm going to start low again. Here's an F right here. Now this happens to be first inversion because the A, the three notes in F are F, A, C. All right, A is the third, which is, if the third is the lowest note, it's first inversion. Okay? Now we go up to the fifth fret, and it looks like a D chord up here. Alright, this is well, let me go back to the F chord. So you got A, C, F are the three notes there. And we go up here, you got C, F, A. Alright, and then we're going to go up to root position, which is 8th fret, and then 10th fret, so that's F, A, C. Okay, so once again, F, in the first fret, you have your second finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, your first finger on the first 2 strings in the 1st fret, so that's first position right there. Now we're going up to the 5th fret. Our first finger is on the 3rd string, our second finger is on the 1st string, 5th fret, and our 3rd finger is on the 2nd string. Looks like a D chord in the 5th position. Okay, so now this is F with the C on the bottom, so that's 2nd inversion. And then if I go up to my first finger on the 1st string, 8th fret, 3rd and 4th fingers on the 3rd string, 2nd string, 10th fret. So I have 2 in the 10th fret, 1 in the 8th fret here. This is my F root position chord. Now this looks just like the C root position chord. Okay, here's C in the 3rd fret. Think of your bar chord on root on the 5th string, that's C. If I played an F bar chord, I'd be up here in the 10th fret, or 8th fret, I'm sorry. Well, we're just playing just the first 3 strings of that grip. Okay, so we have F here, an F chord here, and an F chord here. Now I'm going to do B flat. So my lowest B flat chord is right here. It looks just like the grip that I did up here for F, and then for C, remember C, if you go down a whole step from C, is B flat. Okay? So anyway, the notes in B flat chord are B flat, D, F. B flat is on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. D is the 2nd string, 3rd fret. F is the 1st string, 1st fret. Alright, so we've got a B flat chord in root position. Now I'm going to go up to first inversion. My first finger is on the first 2 strings, 6th fret. Second finger is on the 3rd string, 7th fret. That's a B flat chord, first inversion. And then second inversion would be up here. Okay, this is the 10th fret. It's like a D chord in the 10th fret. So, the 3 grips in B flat. Okay, so when you're practicing these with the metronome, what you would do is just kind of set it at a slow tempo. Right now I've got it at 58. Okay, and I'm just going to try to hit a chord with each beat. So if I'm in C, I'm going to go like this. My C chord. Go to F. I'm sorry. F. Go to B flat. E flat would be okay, so that's the way you want to do them, in time with the metronome like that. Okay, so we got up to E flat, or I'm sorry, B flat. B flat was where we left off. Here's B flat. From B flat, we're going to E flat. Now E flat, we're going to start right in the 3rd fret with a D grip. Hopefully you can see that okay. Let me move up a little bit closer to the camera here, and maybe you can get a better view of that. Alright, so here's a C chord right here. Okay, I've got my first finger on the 1st string, and then 2nd and 3rd strings. Maybe you can see that right there. That's the 1st string, and then 3rd string, and 2nd string. So that's my first root position chord for C. And then when I go up to first inversion, I'm right here in the 8th fret on the first 2 strings. My second finger is on the 3rd string, so that's my first inversion. And then when I go up to the second inversion, I'm right here on the 12th fret. Looks like just like a D chord. So that's my 3 different chords, grips. Now the grips are going to look the same in F, only they're different places. Okay, This is like what the one in the 8th fret here. If I move this down to the 1st fret, that's an F chord. It's like taking a full bar chord and just playing the first 3 strings. Okay, and then here's your that would be second inversion right there. First inversion, second inversion, root position. Okay, so we left off with B flat. B flat was right here. E flat is going to be right here. So we're in the 3rd fret here. 6th fret, 6 and 8. And then we're up here, 11 and 12. Okay, so that's E flat. For A flat, we have an A flat chord right here. We also have A flat right here. And then we also have, so this would be second inversion, first inversion, and then we have our root position right up here. So A flat would be in the 4th fret, would be in the 8th fret, and then up in the 11th fret, 11 and 13. So from A flat we go to D flat. Well, D flat's an easy one. You just move a D chord down a half step. Okay. And then we go to G flat. And then we are going from G flat, you can go to C flat or B. In this case, it's going to be a B chord. Alright, now B chord, 3 notes in a B chord. We got B, D sharp, F sharp. Oops, sorry. And then from B we go to E, which is going to be right here. Starting low, so you got 3rd string, 1st fret. First 2 strings are open. That's our E triad right there. G sharp, B, E. And then you have right here, second inversion, root position. From there we go to A. And then, so this is root position. This is first inversion, second inversion. And then from that we got D. And then G. G we would do, starting right here. And then we're back home on C. Okay, so anyway, it's starting with C and try to work through the circle of force, and then in time with the metronome going through all those. And then we're going to add other notes to these chords. In the next lesson we'll be adding, we'll probably start with 6 chords. So instead of doing just a C triad now, we'll be doing a 4-note chord. If you add the 6th note to a C triad, that would be adding an A note. A C triad is C, E, and G, and then adding an A to it. So that would be something like this. There's a C chord and adding an A to it. You could also do it down here as well. Basically looks like an A minor chord, but A minor 7th. So C triad, and then if we're adding a 6th to it, we're up here. And then also we have, anyway, so that'll be the next lesson where we get to C6 chords, doing inversions with those. We'll go to 7th chords, we'll go to minor 7ths, major 7ths, and also we'll do these on other strings. Now, right now we're just doing the first 3 strings. And this, as we go along, you'll really see the advantage when you're soloing. This really helps helps you to learn your neck, and it just helps you with knowing where the notes are at whenever you're playing in a chord, where your root, third, fifth is, those kinds of things. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. I know that I wrote them out in the last couple of emails, that I was sort of writing them out in a way that you could see them in tabs, but sometimes it's helpful to actually see it on the guitar, how it would work, and also playing along with the metronome like that. So one more time. So I'll go through a couple of these with the metronome, slow tempo. All right, we're about 58. I'll start with C, and I'll work through a few of the different keys. So from C, we got this. Then F. B flat. E flat. A flat. Sorry, A flat. D flat. Okay, so being able to play them in time like that, really, the benefit is it's really a struggle at first. I know that, to get where you can play these in time, but when you can play them in time, that's when you know that you know them. You really know them, and that's when they can begin to be useful for you. So anyway, I'm going to sign off here, and let me know if this is helpful. I'd love to get some feedback from you. I'm assuming that all this is pretty easy to understand. So if you got any questions or any feedback at all, I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you tomorrow night. All right, Dave, you have a good night.